the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rofh Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
97 MNLF combatants undergo verification and profiling as part of transformation program. Second IB neutralizes 2 NPA rebels in Masbate clash. 44% of Filipinos see better lives in next 12 months based on SWS survey. Department of Agriculture says 29 pesos rice to be sold in Visayas and Mindanao.
Good day, everyone, as well to our troops at Camp Emilio Ginaldo, Quezon City. Today is Tuesday, July 9, and we will bring you the latest news from the armed forces and other information around the Philippines. I am Rofh Suzon for AFP Community News.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And for the brief overview of our stories, the Office of the Presidential Advisor on Peace, Reconciliation and Unity announced that 97 Moro National Liberation Front combatants participated in a verification and socio-economic profiling process in Lamitan, Basilan. This initiative is part of the MNLF Transformation Program in accordance with the Government of the Philippines MNLF Management Committee's agreed terms. Launched last September 30, 2023, the program aims to uplift the socio-economic conditions of MNLF combatants and their communities. OPAPRO aims to profile all the remaining MNLF combatants in Basilan, having already profiled 1,705 combatants across several provinces.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The National Amnesty Commission, through the local amnesty board in Bacolod City, is accepting amnesty applications from former rebels in Negros Island, Siquijor, Bohol, and Cebu this week. The 5-day processing, which began last Monday, is being held at Bacolod City College. Lieutenant Colonel J.J. Javines, the Public Affairs Chief of the 3rd Infantry Division, stated that at least 100 former rebels are processing their applications. The amnesty, granted under Proclamation Numbers 403, 404, 405, and 406 in 2023, covers various rebel groups including the Communist Party of the Philippines, New People's Army, National Democratic Front, and the Moro Islamic Liberation Front.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
And now let us hear our reporter on the ground for some updates about Philippine Air Force clarifies the participation in pitch black exercises unrelated to West Philippine Sea tensions. Go for the details, Glenn.
Yes, hello, Ralph. Good afternoon. The Philippine Air Force clarified that its deployment of fighter jets for the Pitch Black Exercises 2024 is unrelated to ongoing tensions in the West Philippine Sea. PAF contingent member Lieutenant Colonel Mario Mendoza explained that the Philippines has long participated in these exercises, and this year's iteration coincidentally includes PAF aircraft. The said activity will feature interoperability flights, night flying, simulated aerial attacks, and intercepting unidentified aircraft entering national airspace. Starting Monday, July 8, Pitch Black 2024 involves 21 countries and around 200 PAF personnel participate in the 3-week biennial multinational exercise. This is your Glenn Gulchan reporting for AFP Community News. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Glenn Gultian.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
Two suspected members of the New People's Army were neutralized in a clash with government troops in Esperanza Town, Masbate yesterday. Major Frank Roldan, spokesperson for the 9th Infantry Division, reported that the unidentified rebels and 6 other members of Committee Larangang Guerrilla South Sub-Regional Committee 4 engaged in a 15-minute firefight with the 2nd Infantry Battalion in Barangay San Roque. The rebels fled, leaving behind their slain comrades. Moreover, authorities also recovered an M653 rifle, a caliber .38 revolver, and other personal belongings from the site.
DWDD Armed Forces
A
News.
joint operation by the 98th Infantry Battalion and the 33rd Explosive and Ordnance Device Team successfully disposed of an unexploded RPG ammunition in Sitio Proper, Barangay Cabasalan, Pikit, Cotabato. The UXO was discovered following a tip-off from a local resident, leading to immediate safety measures and the area cordoning by the 98 IB. The 33 EOD team safely disposed of the UXO, ensuring the area's safety. Lieutenant Colonel Rowell Gavillanes praised the community for their vigilance and cooperation and urged the continued reporting of the suspicious activities to prevent threats.
Armed Forces Radio. Report.
Let us hear an update from Beth regarding Fort ID rescues 35 stray dogs from demolition sites in Cagayan de Oro City.
The troops of the 4th Infantry Diamond Division conducted a successful rescue operation, saving 35 stray dogs from demolition site in Camp Evangelista Military Reservation in Cagayan de Oro City. This effort was part of ongoing clearing operation led by the 4th Installation Management Battalion following the demolitions of informal settlers' houses. 4th Infantry Division Commander Major General Jose Maria R. Cuerpo II stressed the soldiers' commitment and protecting both people and local animals. He also reaffirmed the division's pledge community support and wildlife protection, demonstrating her proactive role in caring for all residents, human and animal, especially in challenging circumstances. This is Beth Tanyete reporting for the AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Beth Tanyete.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The United States has deployed 1,300 troops for the Salaknip exercises in the Philippines, according to Philippine Army spokesperson Colonel Louis de Maala. Alongside them, 1,800 Philippine Army troops are participating in the exercises, which include ongoing subject matter expert exchanges with USARPAC. He also highlighted the success of Salaknip Phases 1 and 2, emphasizing its annual bilateral nature led by the Philippine Army and sponsored by U.S. Army Pacific. The exercises, scheduled to conclude in September, aim to enhance military capacity and interoperability between the U.S. and Philippine Army across various operations.
DWDD National News.
For our national news, about 4 in 10 Filipinos are optimistic that their lives will improve in the next 12 months. Based on the recent Social Weather Station survey, around 44% of adult Filipinos are expecting their quality of life to improve, while another 44% believe their lives would stay the same. Meanwhile, 7% said that their lives would worsen. The SWS survey was conducted last March 21 to 25 with 1,500 respondents.
Armed Forces Radio. Report.
We have a report coming in about authorities recover weapons and IED components in Negros Oriental. Go for the details, Jimboy.
Authorities recover improvised shotgun and improvised explosive device component in Barangay Milagrosa, Santa Catalina, Negros Oriental. This was amid to continuous counterinsurgency operation in the area, according to Lieutenant Stephen Polinar, spokesperson for the Negros Oriental Police Provincial Office. Police operative from the 1st Provincial Mobile Force Company acted on a civilian tip-off about 3 males suspected to be remnant of the dismantled southeast front of the New People's Army. The ongoing operation aimed to prevent the NPA from regaining their former mass base. This is Jimboy reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Jimboy.
DWDD National News.
The Department of Agriculture, or DA, is targeting to expand the 20 peso rice and rice for all programs to Visayas and Mindanao by August. DA Assistant Secretary Arnel de Mesa said that both programs would be available at the Kadiwa centers. An initial 10 locations in Metro Manila and Bulacan were covered by the recently launched 29 peso rice program. DA said that there are more than 300 Kadiwa stores nationwide.
DWDD National News.
The Department of Finance has forecasted a potential 5 peso per kilogram decrease in the average price of rice by next month. DOF Secretary Rofh attributed this to reduced import tariffs. He explained that from an average of 54 pesos and 40 centavos per kilo last June, prices of rice could go down to below 50 pesos as early as August. Recto also said that rice has been the primary driver of inflation since September 2023.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
On the other line, let's hear from Jai about Philippine and Japan upgrade partnership with signing of reciprocal access agreement.
The joint change of chief of
Yes, Rofh, the partnership between the Philippines and Japan reached a higher level with the signing of the Reciprocal Access Agreement, and this was announced by the Department of National Defense Secretary Gilberto Teodoro during his meeting with the Japanese Defense Minister Minoru Kihara at Shangri-La, the 4th Manila in Taguig City yesterday. He also highlighted the RAA marks another milestone in the united goal of both countries in upholding the rules-based international order and ensure peace and stability in the Indo-Pacific region. Moreover, he expressed gratitude to Japan for their assistance across various fields. This is Jai reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Jai.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
For other updates, let's hear from Chris Bell about 6th ID welcomes new chief and SS Battalion Commander in leadership transition ceremony.
the joint change of Chief of Office ceremony for the Assistant Chief of Staff for Operations, Assistant Chief of Staff for Civil Military Operations, and Assistant Chief of Staff for Education and Training, along with the turnover of command ceremony of the Service Support Battalion was held yesterday at the Macatao Hall, Kamsyongko, Awang, Datuudin, Sinsuat, Maguindanao del Norte. Major General Alex S. Reliera, Philippine Army, Commander of the 6th Infantry Campilan Division, presided over the momentous event. The ceremony marked the formal transition of leadership within key positions. Colonel Alan Van Estrada, the outgoing G3, relinquished his post to the incoming G3 Colonel Romel Valencia. Consequently, Colonel Valencia, the outgoing G7, relinquished his post to the incoming G7 Colonel Ray Rico. The outgoing G8 Lieutenant Colonel Alvictor Berkeley relinquished his post to the incoming G8 Lieutenant Colonel Guillermo Mabuti Jr. Following the joint change of office ceremony, the turnover of command ceremony for Service Support Battalion took place. The outgoing Commander Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Pio relinquished his post to the incoming Commander Lieutenant Colonel Marlon Reyes Jr. Major General Reliera, in his address, commended the outgoing chiefs for their dedicated service and significant contributions to their respective offices. Additionally, the commander welcomed the incoming Chief of Officers and Service Support Battalion Commander. The ceremony concluded with the traditional passing of the unit symbols and colors, signifying the official transfer of authority and responsibility. This is Quisbel May Lorenzo reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Chris Bell.
DWDD National
Moving on to
News.
another story, the Department of Social Welfare and Development and the Social Security System signed a memorandum of agreement to help members of the Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino Program or 4Ps to have access to low-cost social insurance. Under the MOA, the SSS will be crafting special packages for 4Ps members. DSWD Secretary Rex Gatchalian said that these will help the lives of their beneficiaries, especially those who are graduating from the program. He then explained that joining the program will be voluntary and contributions will not be deducted from the cash grant of the 4Ps beneficiaries.
DWDD National News.
Philippine and Japan officials expressed serious concern over China's dangerous actions that increase tension in Ayungin Shoal. Foreign Affairs Chief Enrique Manalo, Defense Secretary Gilberto Chodoro Jr., and their Japanese counterparts, Minister for Foreign Affairs Kamikawa Yoko and Minister of Defense Kihara Minoru made the pronouncement in a joint release after the landmark signing of the Reciprocal Access Agreement, or RAA. Based on the statement, the ministers emphasized the need for the international community to speak out on the importance of maintaining free and open international order based on the rule of law. They also highlighted their commitment to freedom of navigation and overflight, consistent with the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, or UN clause.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
For other updates, let's hear the details about OPAPRO collaborates with educational institutions to integrate peace education into curriculum. Go ahead, Gina.
Rofh, the Office of the Presidential Advisor for Peace, Reconciliation, and Unity, is working with various educational institutions to incorporate peace education into their curricula. Presidential Peace Advisor Secretary Carlito Galvez Jr. highlighted this during his message at the 45th commencement exercise of Mindanao State University, General Santos City. He said that MSU is a key partner of OPAPRO in implementing the transformation program for former Moro National Liberation Front combatants and other initiatives to promote peace education across colleges and universities. Moreover, Secretary Galvez expressed his expectation that MSU graduates equipped with a strong foundation in peace education will possibly contribute to their communities. This is Gina reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines. Rofh.
Thank you so much, Gina.
DWDD National News.
The Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines will issue an Oratio Imperato, or obligatory prayer for peace in the West Philippine Sea. This will be read from July 25 to January 1, 2025. CBCP President and Caloocan Bishop Pablo Virgilio David said that nobody wants a war. Bishop David also shared that the Vatican recognized the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, as well as the country's rights based on UN clause. Vatican Foreign Minister Archbishop Paul Gallagher recently visited the Philippines.
DWDD National News.
The National Privacy Commission revealed that 42 million individuals have been affected by the September 2023 data breach in Philippine Health Insurance Corporation. According to NPC Director 4 and lawyer Maria Teresita Patula, the data breach included patient medical records, billing files with PhilHealth member record, and record of rebel returnees under the government's Payapa at Masaganang Pamayanan program. Tula said that NPC is already conducting a hearing on the matter. PhilHealth is expected to submit a response within 15 days from the July 4 clarification hearing.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
From Pasig, let us hear more updates from Ella Mercado about Pasig LGU is on set to launch their first job fair in the city.
Thank you very much. More than 2,500 job opportunities is offered to all who wish to have an income and permanent employment. Through the joint efforts of Embassy of India Manila and City Government of Pasig, the first ever job fair will be supported by 20 different companies who wants to deliver service to those in need in the city and neighboring towns in Metro Manila. Public Information Office said in their published information, features in the said job fair is the one-stop shop participated by different government agencies that will help them to arrange their requirements. The job fair to be held this July 12, 2024 has a purpose to serve the high number of the unemployed in the country. Pasig LGU reminds those who want to participate the first ever job fair in their city to bring barangay certification indicating their more than 6 months residency in their community and being a first-time job seeker in Pasig City. This is Ella Mercado reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Ella Mercado.
DWDD National
It's already
News.
12:20 in the afternoon and you are still tuning at AFP Radio DWDD Facebook page. And happy viewing to our audience, especially to Rosita Pancho, to Mami Tina Clemente, Rosalie Canones, and Fernando Cabral, and Rose Consignado. Happy viewing to our audience.
DWDD National News.
For other development story, the Philippine National Police disclosed that the killing beauty contestant Geneva Lopez and her Israeli fiancé Yitzhak Cohen could be motivated by a land dispute. In a press conference, PNP Criminal Investigation and Detection Group Director Major General Leo Francisco said that the couple was possibly killed due to a land dispute with one of the suspects, Michael Guiyang. Francisco said that the beauty pageant candidate was already seizing the land that Guiyang pawned to her. Guiyang and his cohorts allegedly arranged a fake meet-up to gun down the couple.
DWDD National News.
The two Filipinos who were found inside a raided leisure resort in Porac, Pampanga would face charges for illegal operation of an indoor firing range. Daniel Salcedo Jr. and Kona Alejandre were brought by the provincial police to the provincial prosecutor's office for inquest proceedings last Sunday. It would be recalled that a joint police inspection team recently discovered an underground tunnel and an indoor firing range at Lucky South 99 in Barangay Senora, Porac, Pampanga. The Lucky South 99 is owned by a Philippine offshore gaming operation or POGO operator.
Armed Forces Radio.
On the other line, let us hear from Yvonne regarding the JDF NCR Opens Regional Youth Summit.
Yes, Rofh. The Joint Civil-Military Operations Task Group of the Joint Task Force National Capital Region opened the 3-day Regional Youth Leadership Summit NCR 2024 at Fort Aguinaldo Elementary School in Camp General Emilio Aguinaldo, Quezon City, July 8, with the theme, Kabataan para sa Kapayapaan at Seguridad. The summit gathered 43 youth leaders from the cities of Caloocan, Malabon, Manila, Navotas, and Valenzuela, most of which are elected officials of Sangguniang Kabataan Council and heads of different youth organizations. During the opening program, Colonel Marluwi Patria, Chief of Staff of Civil Relations Service, Armed Forces of the Philippines, motivated the youth to be part of the solution in their communities and to never stop learning and become pillars of development in their communities. Leadership is not an innate trait. It is developed through experience, education, and personal growth. With the right guidance, opportunities, and determination, anyone can become a leader, Colonel Patria added. Also, the SK Chairperson of Camp Aguinaldo, Miguel Osias, and SK Chairperson of Bagong Silangan, Pia Odo, both of Quezon City and both graduates of Youth Leadership Summit, warmly welcomed the youth participants and encouraged them to make the most out of the summit as it helped them to become effective leaders in their communities. The RYLS NCR is scheduled from July 8 to 10, which will cover lectures and presentations from various invited resource speakers from the NCR offices of National Youth Commission and Department of Interior and Local Government, the Armed Forces of the Philippines, various youth leaders and organizations. It also features various team-building activities that will challenge the physical and mental attributes of the participants necessary to become effective leaders. This is Yvonne Jane Elbatan reporting for AFP Community News, One AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Yvonne.
DWDD National News.
Foreign sex predators are not allowed in the Philippines. This is Bureau of Immigration Commissioner Norman Tansinco's warning after BI officers at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport stopped two foreign sex offenders from entering the country. The BI chief identified the two offenders as Irishman Charles Henry Gobler and American Mark Halligan. Tansinco then said that it is their duty to make sure that these sex predators are prevented from entering the Philippines to protect the women and children. Under the Philippine Immigration Act of 1940, those who have been convicted of a crime involving moral turpitude, including sex offenses, are unwelcome in the country.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And that's all for today's broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us, especially to our audience in our Facebook page, AFP Radio DWDD. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for more updates, same time and same station. Again, this is Rofh Suzon for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rofh Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Ito ang DWDD 1134 kHz AM. Balita, impormasyon at musika. Ito ang DWDD AFP Radio. Boses ng Kawal Pilipino.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa DWDD AFP Radio. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, Kapisanan ng mga